Okay, we've eaten. Yeah. Workplace drama continued. Yeah. Now we're cleaning the kitchen because I can't stand it anymore. Anyway, got the trash out in the mudroom. Throw that bad boy in the pickup truck as soon as I get done with this. Anyway, talking about mass text and inappropriate conversation, yada yada. This dude that they stuck in this position, I don't know if it's not even a real fucking position. It's basically, we're gonna call you this and throw a whole shit ton of responsibilities on you, and you're gonna get the same pay, but the title will make you feel better. Or more superior for them. I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, I was like, does he realize? Everybody's like, no. I was like, yeah, I didn't think so. Anyway, I mean, I know they do this kind of crap because one time at band camp, yeah, we had a driver. He was hired about 3 months after me. God, we've had a lot of drivers. They were hired after me. I stay driving. Everybody's like, why don't you go into management? I tell them why. And they just look at me. I said, why would I go into management? Well, it's an easier job. No, it's not. Easier job. You're answering to authority on behalf of a fleet and personnel of which you are salary and they get paid by the fucking hour. And they make more than you. When it all comes out in the wash, drivers make more than management. So, it's kind of, I gotta turn this light on, so hang on a minute. I'm gonna just, shit is falling apart over here. Hold on a minute. Yay, you can see my wrinkles better now. Anyway, move that over to there. It needs to be, move you over here, because we really need the shit out of you. Yeah, we've got to organize the dishes, because it's not as bad as it normally is. This is just too much for me to fucking stand right at the moment. Silverwares. Get them in there. Get the water heating up. You are technically clean. You'll go rest. Stick your ass back up in your drain. Alright. Yeah, this is basically the last 2 or 3 days of dishes. I just didn't feel like doing it that night. Anyway, alright, get here. And we're down. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I need a dishwasher. Single overworked veteran needs a dishwasher. Any takers? Bring it. Alright, that one was basically clean. Alright. Now we're going to start sorting the dishes. This one is full of plastics from all week long. Actually, this is about a month's worth of plastics that I just did not feel like taking care of. And, what else we got? And a lid. There. So, the inappropriateness of mass text in the professional environment. One, if you need to conduct, hey, we're going to have a meeting, X time, blah, blah, on whatever day, be there. Alrighty then. The following trucks need to go into services this week. XYZ, XYZ, XYZ. I've never seen that text. Usually it's my dispatch calling me and saying, hey, I need you to go drop your truck off this afternoon, pick up whatever's there as a taxi, and then go home. They should have your truck ready by the morning. I said, and if they don't, and he's like, well, doesn't matter if they do or don't. Make way to whatever plant, and if your truck isn't done, drive something up there. If there isn't anything up there, call me. Okay. That's how my day runs. You know, during these kind of snafu things. The mass text is not meant to request us to reply with our body proportions. Let me explain. We got uniforms. We had a uniform company coming by to size us. The information regarding their coming by was not put out. What was put out was that he wanted the sizes, of which most of us don't even know how their stuff fits. And anybody who's anybody, like dude that was helping me said, yeah, their shit runs small. And so he's like, yeah, I had to get a 36 pant, but I wear a 34 and everything else. I was like, good to know. So I went in, tried on the stuff, and sure enough, he is right. I did try on the 36s. I said, now you convert that to females. When they converted it to females, it was too big. I was like, oh, here we go. We're in a fuck-ass fuckery. Anyway. So, I've had to turn my stuff in twice now. Because, one, my waist is bigger than my butt. Because I'm menopausal and I never had a belly up until like 2 years ago. Serious. I've always had a snatched waist and menopause kicked in and my whole body broke apart. It's like, fuck, what happened to me? Anyway. So, they give me a size down in female pants, right? I don't discuss this stuff with my manager. It's none of his business. I talked to the HR in respects to this. And I said, first of all, he doesn't need to know what my fucking sizes are. I'm teaching them one crumb of etiquette at a time. When we first got new management, they put out a memorandum. And I red penned that fucker. like a neurotic psychopath. And I made copies of it. And I gave it to the dispatch. And he's like, what's the point you're making? I said, what would you say to that? He said, do better. I said, and that's what you say. Do better. Just because we drive trucks for a living doesn't mean the entire fleet is uneducated. So, when I saw the tone, slang, and lack of professionalism through the writing, I basically said to my dispatch, hold the fuck up. And he said, I brought it to the big guy. I said, good. I said, now if he doesn't take it serious, then we need to question the ethics of this company. He's like, I agree. He goes, we don't agree on much. I said, we agree on a lot more than you think. It's just, I express it differently than you. Yeah, not a whole lot of shit's come out in writing since. But anyway, let's just say, like, if you're gonna address a group, so, like, we've got a memorandum, we're going to, like, everyone needs to know that we're getting a new HR. And this is the person's name. And they will be calling or texting you just to introduce themselves and to address any issues, concerns, something, yada, 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 that you may have that has not been taken care of. Blase, blase, blase. Right? So, the salutation was guys, comma. I crossed through it. I said, if we're going to be unprofessional, then we might as well use slangs. Yo. And then I went through and I read it. And it went, I went ballistic. And my dispatch was like, this is beautiful. And what do you want me to tell them? Do better. And I put a note. I said, just because we drive trucks doesn't mean we're not educated. Every stitch of friggin' documentation that comes out of this fucking office needs to be constructed with a level of professionalism that is not biased. No one's expecting it to read like a friggin', summons from an attorney's office. But I'll be damned if it couldn't have just said, all drivers. This memorandum is just a formal introduction that we have hired on an HR representative whom we have not utilized, as you well know. All HR processes have been done differently in the past. Her name is this. She will be contacting you, blase, blase, blase. You see, here, I'm giving an example of something that never happened. I got a phone call one day. And here, my ID and everything got stolen. And so I'm getting this crazy random text message from some chick. I have no idea who the fuck she is. And I have to call my dispatch and be like, who's this chick? Oh yeah, that's our new HR. I said, someone should have put out a memorandum. I said, do you realize that I am scared to death of identity theft and, you know, from my wallet getting stolen on the job kind of shit? He goes, I didn't even think of that. I said, it's not your responsibility to think of that. You're the dispatch. You're my go-to. You're my first sergeant. He's like, fair enough. I said, yes, that's how I think of you. You are my first sergeant. If I was in the military, you are the person that I'm going to call first thing. That's why they call him a first sergeant. I'm going to call you day or night and be like, hey, we got this, this, and this going on. What do you want me to do? How do we fix it? He finally understood where my brain was. I was like, we have never had a chain of command in this office. Ever. I don't know who my first line is, according to my life and how my job runs. My dispatch is the one that schedules me. He's the one I call first. That's the guy. He's my guy. Well, apparently they want me to call this manager who doesn't seem to know how to keep everybody's business off of the airway. When I said something today to that other manager, he understood. He got it. He fucking got it. He was like, I got you. I'm tracking. Our brains are connected. Now, to give you, on the level of personal, when he was in a different position some time ago, he wasn't in an authority kind of thing. He didn't have any authority over me. He was just another driver who did a management type of job, but it had nothing to do with me at all. My lawnmower was acting all fucked up, and I called him out of desperation, and he came by and fixed it. Just give you an idea, you know. There are some people in your office atmosphere, even though they may have authority over you, that you have a common ground with, and it's being able to separate the concepts of fraternization with regard. So, yes, this dude, I consider him a friend. But he's a professional friend. He's a professional friend who has authority over goings on. He's also the driver advocate. He's not our HR. He's a driver advocate. He takes care of the tankers and dump trucks, but he's also the driver advocate. So if the drivers got something going on, like what I have with this manager, who's a complete tart, I'm not going to try to explain this stuff to my dispatch. My dispatch is already trying it. And he ain't a damn thing he can do, because he's the lower element of the totem pole. He's only a couple of drawings above the ground. But that dude that I talked to earlier today, he's kind of like 3 from the top of the totem pole. And he has a rational disposition. And he is the first person I call whenever I got a customer that's acting a fool. One, because he knows how I pour. Two, he knows how good I am at it. Three, he knows I ain't gonna fuck around and I'm not gonna screw with anybody. And it's funny, I can have a fantastic fucking day with every customer and then get one fucking bad apple in the afternoon. And he knows it's not me. That's what happened yesterday. We had an issue with a contract. This guy's a douche. He pulled some shit on me on a Saturday. I called the dude. He's like, just go with it. He left a note for the dispatch. He said, don't send me. So he sent my princess. Oh yeah, she got the same fucking attitude I got. Oh, shit's hitting the fan. That girl runs 1,500 fucking yards a month. I trained her. Now, did I tell her she needed to do 1,500 yards a month? No, she's fucking histrionic and, like, grossly competitive. That's her. Like, you want to kill yourself? Go ahead. I just told you how to do it. How to do it good. What you do with it, that's on you. So, yeah, we're gonna spray the stove down so I can get on with my life. Gotta do this. Actually, those don't need to be washed. They can go in here with the rest of my pans. I have way too many pans, and my kitchen is way too fucking small. I need a carousel pot rack. That's what I need. Anyway, because I cook a lot. And anyway, so yeah. This guy, he is a driver advocate. Now, HR deals with money, payroll, updated documents, CDL, medical cards, shit like that. Vacations. A little bit of insight when we're working on a big collab project, because we build concrete plants too. So, yeah, we got that going on. I don't know if they're building another one, but the one we just did, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're talking about putting in another one or two. They got one up in Kentucky, and they need to put in another one between us and Cookville. Yeah, there's, like, they need to put one like Gordonsville, just past Lebanon. You know, give us a little hopscotch area. Because going from here to Cookville, for me, when I'm asked to go up there to help them, it's like 2 fucking hours. Literally. I mean, I clock in at 4. I'm like pulling into Cookville plant like at 5:45. Yeah. If they've got a 1 o'clock pour, I'm coming in at 11 o'clock at night. And getting to that job or that plant at almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And by the time I get there, everybody that is routed out to there is already there. Because I won't run my truck until my transmission temperature is up to temp. It is me. But yay, stove's clean. Oh, yay! Let me put the covers on. Put the covers on the stove so I don't have to look at it. Yeah, you look like shit. I'm gonna start doing paintings or something on some of these and cover up some of the trickery. But yay, makes me feel like a little OCD. And my dish towel from Christmas says, "Life happens. Coffee helps." Yes, it does. My mom got me that. So, anyhow. So, just talking about work drama, yeah, I've got a manager who has zero, I can't even, what's the fucking word? God, I don't even talk to my family. I got sisters that are in like high profile jobs that would probably have a, you know, it's like they have a pocket thesaurus. Ethics, professional business ethics when it comes to personability, boundaries, appropriateness. You know, you don't ask, you know, people, hey, what's your sizes? Now, I was in the military, and their sizes are very, you know, like small short, medium short, large short, or small long, medium long, large long. You know, jacket, you know, you might have, I was a medium top, medium bottom. When I was bodybuilding, I was a small short with a medium short top, you know, that kind of thing. The sizes for uniforms in this kind of environment is 34, like kind of size like Levi, you know, 28, 32, 34, 32, you know, shit like that. And women are very self-conscious of their sizes. And I was not about to, and I even went up to him and I was, and you know, kind of put him on blast. I was like, I don't know what fucking size I am. Stop bugging me about it. I'm going to have to go to Walmart, try on some shit, figure out what sizes I am so I can, because I wear one brand of jeans. I wear Wallflowers. I wear a size 9. And they're kind of stretchy. And they're skinny jean. I don't know what regular pant size I am. I have to go to the store and figure it out. And he felt kind of stupid. I was like, dude, I need the people to come and size me. I'm going to have to go shopping. I don't know what my fucking sizes are. Come to find out, he didn't even need to be asking. They have a representative coming to each plant and annotating all this stuff. So, the micromanaging, the trying to be in control of something that isn't even within your purview to be in control of. It's like, give it a rest, dude. It's not your job to have all these sizes. It is the uniforms company job. If I have to turn in shit, I have a whole packet of these little turn-in things. I caught the guy on Monday. I was like, we need to change my order. What you got? I was like, they have me in female pants. We can't do female pants. Not in your style. He's like, what do you want? I said, you send me male cargo pants. I just went and tried on dudes. His fit me. Put me in for this size. Cargos. I said, and if I don't wear them, I don't wear them. But at least they're what I want. Because that's what I originally asked for. And y'all took it upon yourselves to think that it was my boobs that were going to be wearing these fucking pants. And the guy snickered. I said, I'm serious. I said, I was in the military for 16 and a half years. Do you think they have male and female fucking BDUs or uniforms? No. The only people that are preferential, that have any feminine uniforms, are those that are maternity. Everybody else wears the same shit. Except for the dress uniforms. And unless you plan on making me work in a fucking prom dress, it really doesn't matter, does it? There's some things that just do not need to be discussed in forum on the level of politeness. And if he wants to be unprofessional in that regard, I have a shitstorm of crazy crap that can slip off my tongue at any given moment to offend somebody who has never been in the military. And only those of us that have been, or who were raised in the fucking ghetto, will get anything that comes out of my mouth. I said to the guy, he's like, yeah, you know, they taught me how to do this. I was like, yeah, they taught me how to do it too, but apparently I don't have the right gender. I said, I'm also not a cockhopper and a nutsucker. So, how far do you think I'm going to climb up this fucking ladder? How many nuts did you have to suck? I said, and she's right. She said, once you get in this position, they're going to take advantage of you. Why do you think I turned in my key after my knee was healed? He was like, oh. I said, yeah. Because if I go into a desk, my truck is going to somebody else, and anytime they need me, they're going to put me into a piece of shit to cover their overloaded asses. I said, I could have told you that. We have been preaching that. Me and another dude that was hired right after me went into management. They got short. They said, shut your plant down. We need you to jump in this truck. Run loads. This plant is buried. And he was like, what the fuck? Yeah. He thought he was going to hang around the loader all day and clean up his plant. No. You ain't cleaning up your plant. Not if that plant is buried and they ain't got enough drivers to haul the shit. Nope. Your ass is going in a mixer. Your salaried ass is going to go drive a truck for less money. Careful what you wish for. This is concrete. This is the industry. Not all the companies work this way, but I know mine does. That's why I'm 10 years and I'm still in a mixer. And yes, do I have management skills? Oh my God, yes I do. Do I have computer skills? Oh my God, coming out my fucking ears. I have a degree in this shit. I can manage spreadsheets all day, every day. Build them from scratch. Yeah. Do I want to be in that position? Fuck no. I'm saving my skills for a later date. When I decide to retire from the construction industry, someone might need me. Data entry or something. I'll take a pay cut. But I won't be yanked to do both. Yeah, interrupt me while I'm trying to code spreadsheets, do queries, throw me into a truck. By the time I get back to my desk, I can't remember where I left off. And I gotta retrace all my steps. Make sure I don't forget. Now do you understand? when I got a management that's a piece of shit, and I gotta live with that shit every day, day in, day out. Yeah, it warrants a beer or two. No harm, no foul. Y'all, have a great weekend. It's Friday. This is my third beer in a row. First time in 4 weeks.